Wizards Book Club. This week we are once again continuing with our story, Night of the Ninjas by Mary Pope Osborn, which is the 5th book in the Magic Treehouse series. And so far, our fun activities with this book have been to create your own crazy treehouse by drawing it, and I want you to show it to maybe some friends and neighbors. And remember, you can include anything you want in your crazy treehouse. In the series, Jack and Annie find a treehouse, and in the treehouse, it is full of books. And whenever they open a book, and they wish to go there, that book will transport them into anywhere in history where that book took place, which is really cool. And so you can have a similar treehouse, or you can have a fancier one, or you can have a sci-fi one. Doesn't matter, just make your own. Last week's fun activity was to check out a book or get on the internet, and I wanted you to find 3 cool facts about ninjas, because Night of the Ninjas is obviously about ninjas, and I wanted you to tell your friends and family those cool facts, because ninjas are actually really cool. So far in the story, we have learned that the lady who owns the treehouse where Jack and Annie go, her name is Morgan Le Fay, she is missing. Oh no! And so Jack and Annie are trying to find her. And as they're looking for clues, they find a note next to a book that showed ninjas. And so they're wondering if maybe Morgan Le Fay was taken where the book is, or maybe it has something to do with ninjas. They don't really know. But anyway, Annie and Jack wish to go into the book, and so now they are back in ancient Japan, several hundred years in the past, and they have met some ninjas. So let's find out what happens by reading chapters 4 and 5 together. Chapter 4, Captured. The ninjas pulled iron bands off their hands. The bands had spikes like claws on them. That's how they climbed the tree, Annie whispered to Jack. The ninjas stared at Jack and Annie with dark, piercing eyes. The rest of their faces were covered by scarves. Jack felt frozen under their stares. Annie wasn't frozen, though. She stepped right up to them. "Hi," she said. The ninjas didn't say hi back. They didn't move at all. They were as still as Jack. "We're trying to help our friend Morgan," said Annie. She held up Morgan's note. The tall ninja took the note from her. He looked at it. Then he gave it to the short ninja. The 2 ninjas stared at each other. Then they looked back at Jack and Annie. Finally, the short ninja nodded once. He put the note into the pocket of his shirt. "You can help us?" Annie asked. Neither ninja spoke. Jack wished he could see their faces. He couldn't tell what they were thinking. The short ninja tossed the rope ladder back out of the treehouse. The tall one pointed down the ladder. Then he pointed to Jack and Annie. Uh-oh, thought Jack. They were being captured? Us? Go with you? Annie asked. The ninja nodded. "Oh boy," said Annie. "Oh boy? Is she nuts?" wondered Jack. The short ninja darted down the ladder. He went hand over hand. His feet didn't touch the rungs of the ladder. The tall one did the same. Jack gasped. The ninjas moved very fast. They were like spiders dropping from webs. "Wow," said Annie. "Now's our chance to leave," said Jack. "Quick!" He looked around the treehouse again. Where was that Pennsylvania book? "Let's go with them, Jack," said Annie. "No, this isn't a game," Jack said. "But I think they know something about Morgan," said Annie. She started down the ladder. "Come back," said Jack. But it was too late. Jack sighed. "Why does this always happen?" he asked himself. "Come on, Jack," came Annie's voice from below. Jack put his notebook and the ninja book into his pack. He pushed his glasses into place, and he started down the ladder. Jack joined Annie and the ninjas on the ground. The sun had fallen behind the hills. The sky was streaked with red and gold. The mouse peeked out from Annie's sweatshirt pouch. "Don't be scared, Peanut," Annie whispered. "We'll take care of you." Great, thought Jack. But who is going to take care of us? The short ninja held Jack's arm in one hand and Annie's arm in the other. He led them through the twilight. The tall ninja walked behind them. "Where are we going?" Jack asked. The ninja stopped near the rushing water of the wide stream. The water roared as it raced downhill. The short ninja looked at Jack and Annie. He let go of their arms. Then he pushed them toward the stream. "You want us to cross it?" shouted Annie. The ninja nodded. Then he and the short ninja stepped into the wild stream. They started wading across. "Let's run back to the treehouse," said Jack. "No, we have to follow them," said Annie, "for Morgan's sake." Jack took a deep breath. She was right. Annie grabbed Jack's hand. Together they stepped into the water. "Yikes!" they both screamed and jumped out. It was the coldest water Jack had ever felt. It was colder than ice. It was so cold it felt like fire. That's cold. "I can't go back in," said Annie, shivering. "Me neither. I'll have a heart attack." The ninjas looked at Jack and Annie, and they turned around and came back. The tall ninja grabbed Jack. "Help!" Jack cried. But the ninja lifted Jack high into the air, and he put him on his shoulder. The short ninja put Annie on his shoulder. Then the two ninjas stepped into the stream. The icy wild waters swirled around them. It went up to the short ninja's waist. But the ninjas moved across the stream as calmly as two sailing ships. Look. They're riding on their shoulders to cross the stream. Chapter 5, Flames in the Mist. The water grew shallow again. Then they were on dry land. The ninjas lowered Jack and Annie to the ground. "Thanks," said Annie. "Thanks," said Jack. "Squeak," said the mouse. The ninjas said nothing, but they looked around. Jack looked around too. A full moon was rising in the sky. Dark rocks dotted the side of the mountain. Then the ninjas started moving. They went silently up the slope between the rocks. Jack and Annie followed them. Jack wasn't afraid of the ninjas now. In fact, he was starting to like them. Maybe they really could help find Morgan. The ninjas moved silently, but Jack and Annie made plenty of noise. They panted as they climbed the rocky hillside. Their wet sneakers made squishy sounds. Suddenly the ninjas froze. Jack could see their eyes darting around. Voices were coming from the valley below. Jack saw torches flaming in the mist. The ninjas started moving faster. Jack and Annie hurried after them. "Who's carrying the torches?" Annie asked. Jack was too out of breath. He also didn't have an answer. They came to a pine forest. Night birds called out. Wind rattled the branches. The ninjas moved like ghosts through the forest. They appeared and disappeared through moonlight and shadows. Jack and Annie struggled to keep up. Finally, the ninjas came to a stop. One ninja held out his hand as if to say, "Wait." Then both ninjas stepped away into the shadows of the trees, and they were gone. "Where did they go?" said Annie. "I don't know," said Jack. "Maybe the book can tell us." He pulled the ninja book out of his pack. He turned the pages until he came to a picture of a cave. By the light of the full moon, he read, "Sometimes ninjas held meetings in hidden mountain caves to plan secret missions." "Oh man," said Jack. "I bet they went inside a hidden cave." He pulled out his notebook and pencil. He wrote, "Meetings in hidden caves." Jack turned the page. He stared at the picture of a ninja sitting on a mat. He read, "Ninjas took orders from a ninja master. The master was a mysterious, wise person who knew many secrets of nature." "Wow," whispered Jack. Just then the two ninjas returned. Jack quickly put his books away. The short ninja motioned for Jack and Annie to follow. In the shadows was the entrance of a dark cave. "What's in there?" Annie whispered. "The ninja master," Jack whispered back. And that is where we're going to leave off for today. Next week we'll read a couple of more chapters. And today's special activity is going to be really fun. I want you to learn how to count to 10 in Japanese, because obviously this is taking place in ancient Japan. They don't speak English in Japan, they speak Japanese. So I want you to learn how to count 1 to 10 in Japanese and say the words hello and goodbye. Okay? It'll be fun, I promise. And don't worry that by participating in this book club, you get to earn points and minutes toward your summer reading logs for the summertime. Thanks for joining us, and bye! I'll see you next week.